Hi, Neil Cook here, California Insurance Consultant. And this morning I attended a meeting with the CFO Leadership Council where Brian Kurbjuweit was speaking on the art of leadership. His presentation was both insightful and thought-provoking. For me, I understand more about trust, communication and connection, and having an open dialogue with those on my team. If you ever get a chance, you should look him up and see Brian Kurbjuweit speak. It was great. And as always, like, follow, and share.
So let me just kind of open up a little bit. I want to have a little bit of an interaction to give you guys a chance to talk to each other and connect a little bit. So our topic today, two things I want to kind of open up with. So our topic today is how can you elevate your influence and your impact, on your executive team, on your CEO, on your other teammates, on the organization as a whole, on the board of directors. Did I catch a lot of the relationships you guys deal with? Is that many of the relationships you deal with? Maybe there's more. What other relationships do you deal with? So you have your CEO relationship, just talk to me a little bit. Like who are some of the other people you have to talk to on your team? Who is it?
Your vendors.
Your vendors?
Your peers.
Your peers,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what I want to kind of focus on today is, obviously, I want to talk a little bit about some of the principles that I've synthesized under the rubric called the leadership space. And I'll tell you where it comes from. I personally, I'm fascinated by human nature. I consider myself a student of human nature. Like, I think of myself more as a student than a teacher because I love to teach because I get to learn. Like, when you teach something, you learn it again. Does anybody ever teach at all, or you present, you get to learn something again? So where a lot of these concepts come from is a study of human nature that I started a long time ago. And there was an article in Harvard Business Review 2008 called Social Intelligence and the Biology of Leadership. And I learned something so fascinating about human beings, our neural architecture, and how we communicate with each other. And that's where all this material comes from. So what I want to do today is try to adapt some of this material to your specific situations, what you deal with in your real life, and how can you take this to elevate the influence you have on your teams and the impact.